What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? It's Champion Yogi. I'm back, and let's go through another ocean wave. I'm rounding up a series, so we're gonna get into some arm balances right now. That's what we're getting into today. We are gonna play around with some arm balances. I want you to remember one important thing. This flow may not be very beginner friendly. If this is your first time practicing yoga, but you're comfortable with movements in your body, you have some sort of movement practice, maybe you'll be able to deal with this flow and be comfortable through it. I'm always going to offer modifications and options. And if you know how to practice and you know how to do things for your body, you know you can modify any pose that we're getting into. And so feel free to join us and have fun through this flow. But if you're not sure about your practice, you're not sure about how to do certain things, this flow will be very, very challenging. We're going to get into a couple of arm balances today, some strong arm stuff, but more so just some stuff that may require a little bit more experience. So take that into consideration. Join me if you would like. Plenty of other videos here on my YouTube. Go to the other spaces and enjoy those spaces if this is not the space for you. Now that we've gotten that done, let's talk about these arm balances. We are going to use these arms today. We're going to balance on them. This is an ocean wave. So some of those things are going to happen quite a few times as we go through. Remember to keep your wrists warm. Remember to respect yourself and remember to give yourself the space that you need. If you feel like you need to come down, you need to come down. All right. You ready? Let's do it. We are going to start with that mountain pose that we'd always start with. Toes, heels, equally apart. They can be about as wide as your hips, or they can come a little bit closer, depending on what works out for you. It's your choice, it's your space. You find the space that feels better to you. Shift the weight back into the heels of your feet. So your heels are nice and strong, and you can lift those toes, play around with them, move them around a little bit, okay? Once you find that space, stack your ankles over your heels, your knees over your ankles, and your hips over your knees. You're going to lengthen your spine nice and long so your shoulders come back and stack over your hips, and then bring the top of your head to the very top of your body. Take your right hand, wrap it around your belly. Left hand comes around your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Relax the hands down by the sides. Now let's have some upper body warm ups. Open and close your hands. Roll your wrist around. Warm these wrists, elbows, and shoulders up. Give yourself some space. That's what we're focusing on. That. Make sure they're ready to go. Do all the three movements and the things that you like to warm them up. Make sure you roll those shoulders around. Get into that space a little bit. Maybe some side body stretches can help out as well. They lengthen out through the side. They also work into the shoulder. Gives your obliques some space, rolling your head around in a big circle from left side to right side. Remember, there's extra vinyasas when we go through these sun salutations. Before we get into those real arm balances, we're going to have those 12 sun salutations as always. So when we go through those 12 sun salutations, there's extra vinyasas. Feel free to skip them. Feel free to do something more restorative to you. It's a reset space. So it's a space for you to do what feels best to your body. Maybe a cat cow, maybe a child's pose, maybe just some rest right here would be best for you. So listen to your body, do what's best for you in that reset space. Go through that vinyasa flow with me if you like. Have those chaturangas float through one foot however you like it. Let's do it all again, one more time. Toes, heels, equally apart. Weight into the heels of your feet, ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of your head, top of your body. This time the left hand goes over your belly, the right hand comes over your chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Good. Relax the hands down and lower body. So we're rolling into the ankles a little bit. You shift your weight into one side, roll the ankle around. If you need to tap down a few times, tap down a few times. It's okay. You're finding your balance. But remember, acknowledge what's happening here. If you're tapping down a few times, it's probably because you're shifting your weight back into that foot. So try to stack everything over the side as you roll around. Again, if you start to shift to that side, acknowledge you're shifting that too much to that side. Find your balance and engage your core. A little bit into the hips as well. Roll around, go clockwise and counterclockwise. Make sure you get both ways as much as your body needs. Squat down a little. Again, we're not really doing a lot with the legs today. We're definitely going to use them, so we want them to be ready, but not a lot. We're really doing this upper body arm balance thing that's happening today. Good. And then again, maybe a fold to kind of lengthen out the hamstrings, rising up onto those toes to stretch out the calves, giving yourself all those free movements and getting us ready to go. We're going to start with those 12 sun salutation A's. That's where we're coming straight out of the gate. So with those sun salutations, remember, the first one is the slowest one, offering a lot of options. Take from that what you want, Keep it all the way throughout the flow, right? Even when I stop saying them, you continue to do them. And go through your own breath with that vinyasa. Take your time. Let's do it. Toes, heels, equally apart. Weight into the heels of your feet. Ankles, knees, hips, long through the spine, top of your head, top of your body. Inhale. Reach the hands all the way up. Now, from here, you want to try to relax these shoulders down a little bit so they melt down away from the ears. And if this very challenging for you, maybe spread the hands a little wider, give yourself some more space. If you love this stretch, bring those hands all the way together. Your goal is to get these biceps and triceps to work their way back behind the ears and stay rooted down through your feet. You're always allowed to use variations of poses with me. So if you come here, you want to take some side body stretches or some back bends and things like that, have at it, have fun. This is your practice. Do what feels good to your body. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and come to the forward fold. Remember, you're bending the knees so your body can get down to these thighs and really make that connection. Okay, the more you bend the knees, the more you can make that connection. To find the stretch, keep the body to that connection and lift those hips back up a little bit higher. Eventually, you're going to start to feel that stretch and you'll be right there in the space you need to be in. But don't let your body start to curve in so you can lift the leg straight up. Just keep that stretch and allow it to happen right there. Top of the head comes down towards the mat. Find that long spine. Inhale, halfway lift. You're going to bring your shoulders up to your hip height. Once you get the shoulders up to the hip height, you want to try to flatten out your back a little bit and take that curvature out. So maybe rotate the hips forward and press the belly down, lift the chest up. Keep your gaze down so it's towards the floor and the spine is away from the hips. Also, kind of keep a little bit of weight into the heels, but shift forward a little bit so you don't fall back too far behind the hips. It's okay to keep it bending to the knees. If you want to float the hands back, give yourself a little more challenge, feel free to do that. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands back down, and we're going to go back to a plank pose. Inhale, right foot back, left foot back. High plank pose. Shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrist, core muscles engaged. You have the option to bring the knees down behind you, and that will support your high plank, but still keep you in high plank. Now we're going to go to our low plank. So press into your toes, shift your weight forward just a little bit, and then start to squeeze the elbows in just a little bit. Gives you a chaturanga, but full expression all the way to the elbows. Have it the way you like it. Inhale, flip your toes and lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back and let your chest broaden out to come up to an up dog. Allow your hips to sink down. Squeeze the elbows into your sides and press into the toes to float the knees. Remember, you can always come back to a cobra and have that more comfortable space if that works for you. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Try to rest into the heels, pedal the knees a little bit. You want to pull your head through your arms as your hips go up towards the ceiling. Okay, maybe a little bend into the knees if your heels are not quite touching the mat. Keep a little bend, keep yourself safe. Try to relax these shoulders again and roll those elbows together. We're gonna go back to the top of the mat. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left foot steps forward. Take as many steps right there in that space as you need, going forward or backwards. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, bring it all the way back down. Remember, bend the knees as much as you need to, and then roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, hands, reach up nice and high. We're going to have an intentional breath. Take a deep inhale, fill your body with air, and then squeeze. Exhale. Use your core muscles to blow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Remember, lift the shoulders to the height. Good. Rotate the hips forward. Option to float the hands back. Exhale. Fold. Palms come down to the mat. Inhale, left foot goes back, right foot goes back. High plank pose, knees up or down. Here's your vinyasa, your flow, your breath. Exhale, low plank. Good. Inhale, up dog. Nice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Find your resets. Do it the way you like it. Go through your flow. Remember that vinyasa flow. You can come down to a child's pose. You can skip over, have a cat cow, or just lift back up to a down dog and stay here and pedal for a few seconds instead of going through that chaturanga. It's whatever your body likes. Make sure you have the flow you're enjoying. Let's go back to the top. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Reach up nice and high. Exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. We're gonna start with a dolphin. Once we make it to the downward facing dog in that sun salutation, we're gonna bring the forearms down to the mat. Try to lower those elbows down. Find that space. You just bend into the elbows and kind of bring them down to the mat. If you need to, Bring your knees down first and then lower your elbows down and lift your hips back up to find your dolphin. Pull your head through your arms, rotate your belly towards your thighs so you can lengthen out. Let's find that space. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Relax the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, forward fold, top of the head towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back, strong core. Exhale, palms come down to the mat. Let's step back, right foot back, left foot back, high plank pose, knees up or down. Go through your vinyasa, low plank. Squeeze the elbows in, flip the toes, lift the chest, up dog. Go at your own pace, not with my voice, and take the options that work best for you. Meet me in this downward facing dog. Once we find our way to that down dog, we're just going to start to bend into the elbows and lower down towards the mat nice and gently. If you want a little bit more dolphin, walk the toes in towards the head. Pull the head through, rotate the belly in, breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Here is a vinyasa flow. Maybe step the feet back, go forward to your plank, low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Remember, knees up or down as you go through the space. Take your time and allow your body to flow through it when you're ready. And meet me in this down dog after you reset. Back at the top of the mat, right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Blow it all out. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Let's sink all the way in. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, strong core. Option to float those hands or support over your knees. Exhale, fold, palms come down. Good. Inhale, left foot back, right foot back. High plank pose. Have your vinyasa when you're ready. Low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Take your time. If you want to hang out in this chaturanga for a few seconds before you flip the toes and lift the chest, enjoy your chaturanga. It's your space. You're allowed to do that and meet me in this down dog when you're ready. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, we're heading to that dolphin again. Option to lower the knees down first before you bring the forearms down, and then tuck the toes and lift back up. Find that dolphin. Walk the toes in as much as you need. Rotate the belly towards the thighs. Pull the face through the arms. Open these shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going back to the plank. Maybe you bring the knees down, shift forward to that plank, and then go through low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. Option to have those knees down whenever you need to. Pedal, reset, recover, relax the shoulders, and let's go back to the top. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, shoulders, head, and hands. Reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. All right, we're going to move forward to a high lunge. So we're going to step the foot to the top from a 3-legged down dog. Once we make it to the down dog, we lift the foot high. Remember, down dog hips, 3-legged down dog hips, exactly the same. So once that leg starts to rise up, don't let this hip pop out to the side. Keep everything nice and solid and let the leg rise as high as it feels comfortable rising. And then we're stepping that foot to the top, just a high lunge, pressing into the foot, lifting the chest up nice and high, pulling those shoulders back. Let's find it. Toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands up. Let's flow through. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold, palms down. Right foot goes back. Left foot goes back. High plank pose. Here's your vinyasa, knees up or down. Feel free to bring those knees down if you would like to. Preserve a little bit. You know there's more coming. Good, here we go. 3-legged down dog. Left heel rest down. Right foot rises up. Find your space. Watch those hips. Relax your shoulders. Roll the elbows together. And then step. Exhale. Right foot to the top of the mat. Find your lunge alignment. Adjust your feet right here. And then press into the right foot. Lift the chest up. Bring the hands to the heart. Option to take the hands all the way up if you want a little more. Still pulling those biceps back. Relaxing the shoulders down. Maybe we sink into these hips a little bit. Breathe for 2. And 1. Exhale. Bring the hands down. Inhale, take the foot back. Option to float that foot if you would like to when you go through that vinyasa. Making yourself a little more challenged. Playing around with your flow a little bit more. Connecting to your body a little bit more. Breathe for 2. And 1. Let's go back to the top. Right foot, left foot. forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, head, hands. Take a deep inhale. Blow it all out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Do it again. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Plank. Exhale. Low plank. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps to the top. Sink into the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. High lunge. Sink in and breathe. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, chest and the hands down. Inhale, step back to a plank. Exhale, low plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, lift the toes, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a second, reset, breathe. Let's go back to the top. Maybe you want to float to the top. So bend the knees, shift and float and lightly land at the top instead of a step. Your choice. Have fun with your flow. You can always still step no matter what I'm doing. You choose the flow that works for you and stick to your practice. Inhale nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Shake it out. We're going to move forward. Take it into our next space. We have a humble warrior. Back heel rotates down instead of staying up like it does in that lunge. The hands are going to come behind your back, keeping your body over the front knee, okay? So once you rotate the back heel down, you keep the body over this front leg. Take the hands behind your back, palms together, interlace the fingers, and then pull the chin into your chest. From here, you'll lift the hands off the hips. If you want to go a little deeper, bring the left shoulder inside of the knee, and then you can sink down a little deeper into it. Try to pull your chin into your chest and allow yourself to get as deep as you feel comfortable. Lift the hands off the hips, bring them over your shoulders, over your head. As much as your shoulders can open is good for you. As little as your shoulders open is good for you. They can stay right on your lower back if that's the space for you. Be in a comfortable space. Let's do it. Top of the mat, toes, heels, equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Take it back. Right foot, left foot, high plank pose, vinyasa. Low plank, up dog, and downward facing dog. You are still allowed to use your knees up or down, cobra pose. Adjust and flow as you like. Here we go. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot to the top. Rotate the back, left heel down, good. And then once you find the space, bring the hands behind the back, palms together, interlace the fingers. Roll your chin into your chest, lift your hands off your hips. Good. Sink inside of that knee if you want a little bit more. Breathe for 3, open those shoulders, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to the hips and then release, and then back down to the mat in front of your foot. Back heel rotates back up, and then we'll step back to that plank. Have a vinyasa low plank. Up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe through, pedal, reset, recover, and move. Let's head back to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, head, hands. Taking that breath. Deep inhale. Let your belly get big and then exhale. Blow it all out. One more time. Inhale. And then at the top of the mat, exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and forward fold. Sink in. Find a little more depth in that fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, strong core. Exhale, palms to the mat. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back. Vinyasa flow, low plank. Up dog, downward facing dog. Good. And then here we go, humble warrior, opposite side. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Sink into the hips, rotate the back heel down, hands come behind you, chin into the chest, lift the hands off the hips, hold and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're bringing the hands back down to the mat, rotating the back heel up. Inhale, step back to a plank. Vinyasa flow, knees up or down. Maybe you want to skip that vinyasa and just come back to a child's pose this time. Allow your hands to rest, allow your arms to rest. Take a few breaths, reset in this way. Breathe for 4, 3. Could be in your down dog. 2, and 1. Back at the top of the mat, left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, and hands reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Remember, how we're getting through that vinyasa is up to you. You're skipping that chaturanga, skip that chaturanga. If that's what's best for your practice, that's what you should do. All right, so that child's pose that I just took, if that's what you feel like taking that time, take it that time. Remember, there's no round where it's set in stone what you have to do. Listen to your body, take the flow that's working. Last asana to add in is our eagle pose. We're going to step that foot to the top of the mat, shift a weight into that foot and stand tall. You'll cross the opposite knee over to find your eagle pose. Now, this foot, you want to try to squeeze it as close to the leg that we're standing on as you can. If it's in your practice, you can wrap it all the way around the calf and have that full eagle bind. The hands, same way. Right leg goes over, right hand comes under to find your eagle bind. If the eagle bind is a little challenging for you, give yourself a big hug. Right hand comes under, take the hands behind the back and hold your big hug, okay? Remember, when we shift the weight forward to the top of the mat, we'll step to the lunge, shift the weight and wrap around. If you need to support your balance a little bit, keep those back toes down and let them drag, okay? Let's do it. Toes, heels equally apart. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. Vinyasa flow, low plank. Exhale, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3-legged down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot steps forward towards the top of the mat. Shift your weight using your back left foot into your right foot and stand tall. Cross the left leg over the right. Sink your hips down, bending the right knee. Left foot comes towards the right leg. Good. Left hand comes under the right to wrap for eagle. Squeeze the shoulders together. Lift the shoulders nice and high. Stack over the right heel and sink in. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Stepping back to that runner's lunge. Left foot uncrosses and takes it back. Right, both hands come down to the mat. Right foot steps back. Vinyasa flow. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let it go. Reset. And breathe for 3, 2. Step or float to the top. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Reach up nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and fold in again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat the back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back. High plank pose, have your vinyasa flow. Knees up or down. Low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Reset flow. Get it all out. And then inhale, left leg rises, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, left foot steps to the top. Shift your weight into your left foot. Stand tall. Right leg crosses over the left to find that eagle bind. Good. Right hand comes under to find that hug or the eagle bind of the arms. Sink in, lift the chest. Keep walking those hands back if you took that hug. Tighten that squeeze on those shoulders. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. Runner's lunge. Uncross the legs. Maybe slide the foot back, supporting your balance. Bring the hands down to the mat. Inhale back to a plank. Vinyasa flow. Knees up or down. Remember also a tabletop cat-cow might be what your body needs right here. That's allowed during your reset space. You can do that. You can listen to your body. Do this the way that it works out for you. Feel some release there. And then let's take it back to the top of the mat. Left, right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands reach up nice and high. Exhale, Bring your hands to first center. Last two sun eggs. Let's mash all the spaces together. Come to it with the flow. Remember, we are going to come from humble warrior and step forward to eagle. You need to rotate the back heel up first, okay? So in that humble warrior, when we're here, we're doing this, we're folded, we're opening through the shoulders. Remember, first, we're gonna lift the chest, we'll rotate the back heel up, and then step to go into our eagle, okay? Try not to push out of that backward heel, that's awkward into the hip. Rotate into your stepping procedure first, and then start to cross the breath, okay? Let's do the whole thing. Toes, heels, equally apart. Weight into the heels of your feet, ankles, knees, hips long through the spine, top of your head, top of your body. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Relax the shoulders down. Exhale, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Vinyasa flow, knees up or down, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. We start with that dolphin. Let's squeeze the elbows in, lower them down to the mat, walk the toes in, and rotate the belly to the thighs. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. Press back up to the down dog. Press it to the palms. Let it rise back up. Step the right foot to the top. Find that lunge pose. Sink into the hips. Lift the chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Sink in. Good. Breathe here for just 3, 2, and 1. Humble warrior. Lower the chest and the hands down. Rotate the back heel down. Hands come behind you, palms together. Interlace the fingers. Chin comes into the chest. Right shoulder inside the knee. Lift the hands off the hips. Open those shoulders. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. And then eagle pose. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Rotate the back heel up. Shift the weight into the right foot and rise nice and tall. Drag that foot as long as you need to. Cross the left over the right. Sink into the hips. Find that eagle. Good. Left hand comes under the right. Good. Find that balance. Unlike me, squeeze and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take the left leg across and back. Runner's lunge. Inhale back to the plank. Vinyasa flow. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal. Reset. Recover. And let's make it back to the top of the mat for the last round. Right foot, left foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Intentional breath. Deep inhale. Blow it out. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, belly to the thighs. Forward fold. Sink in. Again. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, right foot back, high plank pose. Vinyasa flow, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog, knees up or down. Go through that flow the way you like it. Use the spaces you need to support your practice. Dolphin pose. I'm going to bring the knees down first. Find your dolphin. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. We're going to high lunge. So press into the palms, rise up to that down facing dog. Maybe the left leg rises for 3-legged down dog first to step the left foot forward, finding that lunge. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, sink in and breathe. 3, 2, humble warrior. Back heel rotates down as the chest lowers in front. Hands come behind you, palms together. Interlace the fingers, dive inside of that knee. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, eagle pose. Roll the back heel up, lift the chest high, step into the front foot, cross the right leg over the left, sink into those hips, find that full bind if it's in your practice. Eagle of the arms, right hand comes under the left. Good, lift through the chest, hold for 4, 3, 2, runner's lunge. Right foot to the back, hands come down to the mat, left foot steps back on an inhale. Vinyasa flow, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Paddle, reset, recover, and let's go back to the top of the mat. Left foot, right foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll your spine all the way up to the top. Shoulders, head, hands. Exhale, Bring the hands to heart center. Sun salutations check. Get you some water, wipe your face, do your thing. You made it. It's time to get into that arm balance ocean wave flow. Mhm. Ah, you guys see my balance? I was losing it there. Happens to all of us. All right, we're gonna come down to a child's pose because we're gonna want a nice recovery, resting space for today for the arms. Our first asana is our fire hydrant pose, which is letting that right foot fall over just like in the three-legged down dog. So the hip rises up a little bit this time and falls over the opposite side. So when you take that three-legged down dog, you just let the hip rise, let the knee bend and fall over the side and lengthen out through the spine. That's going to become a lot over the course of class, lengthening out the spine. Some of us may enjoy it, some of us may not. Return back to the three-legged down dog if that space is more comfortable for you. If you enjoy it, continue to let it fall over. It's the option. You choose which one you like. Let's give it a try right here. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulders, roll the elbows together, bend the knees as much as you need to, and then inhale, right leg rises for the three-legged down dog. Option for that fire hydrant. Hold right here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the foot all the way back, lower the knees all the way down. Good. Untuck the toes, sink back, child's pose, rest, shake it out, breathe, and recover. We're going to do that one more time, so let's just take a quick break here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take it back to the top. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Rest into those heels and lengthen out your spine. And then inhale. Left leg rises with option to bend for that fire hydrant. Lengthening out. You're still resting that right heel down and still rotating the belly towards the thighs as you lengthen and open. Breathe for 2 and 1. Left foot comes down. Knees come down. Child's pose. Maybe your knees are wide out to the edges of the mat, or maybe they're close together underneath your body. It's a personal preference. Your choice, whichever one feels better for you, is the right one to choose. All right, let's start having some fun. We are going to EPK arm balance. Okay, so from that fire hydrant, we're just going to bring that top leg all the way forward, right to this arm. Okay, so the goal here is to bring the knee to the arm. That's the goal here. If you can get into a chaturanga, chaturanga the arms and let that knee stack on top of the arms while keeping that foot down. If you're ready to go into that arm balance right now, go ahead and take it up forward, float that back leg, press those hips down as you lift through the chest. Try not to let your face dive down towards the mat. If you get into that arm balance, lift through the chest and come forward. Option to extend that side foot all the way out or keep it bent in. The further it goes out, the more challenging it is to hold through this float. Maybe you want to get through a few rounds before we go there. Let's do it. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulders. Here we go. Inhale, right leg rises, fire hydrant, let it fall over the other side for 3, 2, and then EPK, shift forward, right knee stacks over the arms, maybe just holds this chaturanga, back leg stays down for 4, 3, 2, take it back to that fire hydrant, all the way back up, press through those palms, lift, let it fall over for 3, 2, and 1. Foot, knees, child's pose, breathe. Remember, rest those wrists, relax those wrists. Let them recover for a few seconds before we get into the other round. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Maybe we just stay in the three-legged down dog. Remember, that's an option. You don't have to open to that side body stretch. Exhale, EPK. Left arm, knee comes forward. Left arm, chaturanga. Good. Hold right here. Option to keep shifting and find that float for 3, 2, and 1. Take it back to that three-legged down dog or the fire hydrant. Your choice. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Bring down the foot, bring down the knees. Child's pose. Reset. Recover. Woo! How are we doing? We came from a fire hydrant, maybe a three-legged down dog, to an EPK, and now we're going to flip that dog all the way over. So if you were flipping that dog in the beginning, well, now we're extra flipping it. So we're going to flip the dog all the way over. Taking the foot up high and all the way down is the more challenging way to do it. It can be fun, but it is the more challenging way to do it. Taking that top foot back down near your foot to help you roll your body over can be a little bit more supportive, okay? Option to just stop through the knee with the knee down, flipping, and reaching over nice and high, just right here, right? So again, we're flipping that down. So we're bringing the knee forward, back up, all the way over, down, and reach. Try to lengthen. Once you come to this space, we reach all the way out and open the heart. And again, we bring it all the way back to that EPK. You ready? Let's have some fun. Touch your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, rest into the heels. Breathe, pedal, reset, and recover. Inhale, right leg rises. Option for the fire hydrant. Breathe for 3, 2. Exhale, EPK. Right knee, right arm. Hold that space for 3, 2, and 1. Flip the dog. Right foot rolls over the body. Left shoulder stacked. Reach the right hand over the head and extend the body out. Lift the hips up for 3, 2. Let's come back to the EPK. Roll the body over. Right hand comes down. Exhale as the right knee comes in. Inhale to float to your EPK for 3, 2. Fire hydrant. Inhale, the right leg rises. Let it fall over on an exhale. Good. And 1. Inhale back up and exhale. Lower to the child's pose. How are we doing? Where we at? We're still flowing. All right. So after this next round, we'll get a little break from the hands. So let's get through this round and then we'll talk about it, okay? Touch your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Remember, you have options here. You don't have to do the most advanced version of this. You can take the knees down. Take a little break if you like. Here we go. Inhale. Left leg rises. 3-legged down dog or the fire hydrant. Breathe for 3, 2. EPK. Left knee, left arm. You can just lower that back knee and be right here for 3, 2, and 1. Flip that dog. Left foot rolls over. Right shoulder stacks. Right hand reaches nice and high. Breathe for 4, 3, 2. Good. Let's bring the left hand back down. The left knee back to the left arm. Little chaturanga. Bend and get stronger for 3, 2, and 1. Fire hydrant. Take it all the way back up and over for 3, 2, and 1. Foot, knees, child's pose, and breathe. So again, taking those knees down doesn't mean you're not doing it. It's just a little bit of extra support for your practice. So feel free to play around with that. You don't have to exactly do it the way that I did it. You can do a little more, a little less, your choice, or what you feel like with your body. So have it the way you like. We're going to step back over, come into a warrior 2. Okay? So after we flip that dog, we'll step back over to the top. Lift that back knee if it's down. If it's already up, rotate the back heel down and warrior 2. Press into the front foot, lift it all the way back. Left hand back, right hand forward. Spread the chest, stack everything over the hips. Sink in as deep as you feel comfortable, but try to keep the knee over the ankle or behind the ankle, okay? Let's do it together. Take your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Rest in and breathe. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-leg down dog. Fire hydrant falls over the other side for 3, 2, and 1. EPK arm balance. Shift forward, right knee, right arm. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Flip the dog. Let the right foot roll over the body, down on the left side. Right hand reaches over the head. Breathe right here for just 4, 3, 2. Here's our warrior 2. Step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Take your time. Rotate that back heel up and then let the right hand roll around. Good. That right heel is going to roll all the way over to come to the other side. Press it to the front foot. Lift the body up. Left hand goes back. Right hand goes forward. Sink in. Stack the spine strong into all the pinky toes. Breathe for just 3, 2, and 1. Big cartwheel. Right hand down. Left hand down. Back heel up. Left hand stays down, so the right foot starts to slide back. Once that goes back, flip over the body, flip that dog, take it all the way back. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, EPK. Right hand comes down, roll it over. Right knee to the arm, hold that space. 3, 2, and 1. Flip, fire hydrant, let it fall. Hold for 2, and 1. Foot, knees, child's pose. Breathe. Shake it out. Let it go. Let it breathe. I know. I know. I know. Remember, get some water right here in the space if you need to. Whatever you need to relax your body, let it go. Take the modifications if you need them. If you're loving the flow, take it up a notch. Have some variations. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulders. Inhale, left leg rises. Fire hydrant, let it fall over. Breathe for 3, 2, EPK. Left knee, left arm. Shift forward, hold. Breathe for 3, 2, good. Flip the dog. Left foot rolls over the right side and down. Extend through that right leg. Reach the hand over. Lift the hips off the mat. Breathe for 2 and 1. Warrior 2. Left foot steps back to the top of the mat. Roll that back heel all the way over. Lift yourself nice and high. Right hand back. Left hand forward. Sink into these hips. Stack the spine. Gaze right down that front middle finger. Breathe for 3, 2. Flip that dog. Bring the right hand back down. The back heel rolls back over. The left foot steps back, and we lift and roll for 3, 2, EPK. Left hand down, left knee, left arm. Hold right here for 3, 2, and then fire hydrant. Let it fall over the right side. 3, 2, and 1. Foot, knees, child's pose. Breathe. We're working that step again from the sun salutation. We're going to a chair right now, a deep chair, if you will. From that warrior 2 position, back heel rotates up to step 4 into that stepping position. And then we're going to step straight to that chair, right foot next to the left. Sink into the hips, find your space. As soon as your knees bend, you are in chair. Come down as deep as you feel like you want to come down. Maybe you want to play around on the toes a little bit. Hands can come to the heart or all the way over the head. It's your choice how you like to get into that space, but try to keep those shoulders lifted over the hips, okay? Let's do it. Toes. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Down facing dog is where we are. Here we go. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged down dog. Rest into the left heel. Option for that fire hydrant. Breathe for 3, 2, EPK. Exhale, shift forward, right knee, right arm. Option to keep the knee down for 3, 2. Flipping that dog. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, lengthen. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 2. Right foot steps to the top. If you have that back knee down, tuck the toe, lift the knee, rotate it down. Lift all the way up. Warrior 2. Rise up a little higher. Give your quad a little bit of a break if you need to. If you like that stretch, sink in and breathe for 3, 2, chair pose. Shift your weight forward. Back heel rotates up. Step to the top of the mat. Sink in. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. We're going back to warrior 2. Maybe bring the hands down to support you. Left foot steps all the way to the back. Rotate the back heel down. Lift the chest up. Left hand back, right hand forward. Hold right here. Breathe for 3, 2, and we're flipping that dog. Remember, cartwheel down, left hand down, right leg rotates over. Right hand reaches, hold this space. 3, 2, and 1. Good. EPK, right knee, right arm. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, flip that dog. Take it back up. Fire hydrant. I'm sorry, not flipping that dog for 2, 1. Lower the foot, lower the knees, child's pose, and breathe. Fire hydrant, flipping the dog. They're very close and similar. Okay, let's do the other side. Let's play around with it, feel it out. Allow yourself to make adjustments in your practice now that you know where you're going. Feel what's happening in that EPK, right? If you're ready, start to shift your weight forward to see if you can float that back leg. Remember, press the hips down to lift that back leg up. You want to lift everything off the floor except the hips. Press into that arm. The weight that's stacked into that arm, press it right down and let that elbow and the wrist be your support. Let's do it. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, fire hydrant. Let it fall over the right for 3, 2, EPK, left knee, left arm. Bring it in. Hold for 3, 2, flipping that dog. Left leg rolls over, left hand reaches. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, warrior 2. Exhale, left foot steps to the top, back heel, rotates down. Inhale, as you rise up, find that warrior 2. Sink in right here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, chair pose. Rotate forward, back heel up, step to the top, sink into that chair. Maybe we want those toes. Hold for 4, 3, 2, back to the warrior 2. Good. Left heel stays down, right foot steps back, rotate the back heel down and stack for that warrior. Again, tuck those hips under, let the core muscles engage right here. Press into those pinky toes. Sink in, stretch. for 2 and 1. Flip it off. Right hand down, roll the back heel over, left foot steps, left hand reaches. 3, 2, and 1. EPK, left hand down, left knee forward, hold, breathe. 3, 2, fire hydrant, falling over that right side for 3, 2, and 1. Switch knees, child's pose, and breathe. Last asana of the day. We're gonna go back to arm balance. We're gonna do a crow pose. From your chair pose, you're gonna bend into the knees, lower your palms down to the mat. Take your knees to the backs of your arms, right over your knees. Start to shift weight into your hands. From here, you'll start to find your crow, and it's up to you, okay? So once you found this space, you're shifting your weight into your hands right here. Maybe you just take the right foot up. Feel the weight into your hands right here. Keep pressing to your arms. Don't look at your feet. Keep looking out forward and just feel the weight hipping right here. If you want to continue to go, take it all the way up to the crow. If not, stay with that 1 foot space, okay? If you take your crow, feel free to play around. You can lower the headstand. Take a 3-legged crow. One leg goes up. Play around. Have fun. Do your practice as you like. But crow is the goal. We're trying to feel the weight shifting to the hands. So let's find that. Take your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Rest into those heels. Inhale, right leg rises, fire hydrant, let it fall over the left side. Breathe for 3, 2, exhale, EPK, shift forward, right knee, right arm, find that flight. Hold for 3, 2, flip the dog, right foot rolls over the body, right hand reaches, lengthen out through the body for 3, 2, exhale on your warrior 2. Right foot steps to the top, rotate the back heel down, rise all the way up, left hand back, right hand forward. Breathe for 3, 2, chair pose, rotate the back heel up, step to the top, find a comfortable chair for you. Breathe, lift your chest, sink into those hips. 2 and 1, bend the knees, bring the palms down to the mat. Shift the weight into the palms. Right foot starts to rise. Chaturanga through the arms. Maybe the left foot rises as well. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to the chair, toes down to the mat, heels back down into the mat, lift back through the chest. Keep that bend into the knees. Breathe for 3, 2, warrior 2. Taking the left foot to the back of the mat. Rotate the back heel down. Roll all the way up. Warrior 2. Adjust and sink in. Breathe for 3, 2. Flipping that dog. Cartwheel down. Left hand down. Right leg rolls over. Right hand reaches. 3, 2, and 1. EPK. Right knee. Right arm. Chaturanga. And hold. 3, 2, and then fire hydrant at the top. Let it fall over for 3, 2, and 1. Take a quick child's pose. Let's prepare to do it one more time. Let's talk about what we're experiencing. Maybe it's going too fast. Slow it down. You have the space. You have the control. Maybe it's a little too challenging. Take the modifications. Bring the knees down to support your practice a little bit. Maybe you're enjoying it and it's perfect. Let's do it one more time. Maybe you know some other ways that you would prefer to do it and it feels good to your body. Feel free to work that in right now. This is the last round. Let's take it for what it's worth. Let's have this space. Let's do it. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Rest into the heels, relax the shoulders, fire hydrant. Inhale, left leg rises, let it fall over the other side for 3, 2, exhale, EPK. Left knee, left arm. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, flip that dog. Roll the left foot over, reach through the left hand for 3, 2, warrior 2. Exhale, step the left foot to the top. Rotate the back heel down. Inhale as you rise, sink into this space. Breathe for 3, 2, chair pose. Back heel rotates up, step back to the top, find your chair. Breathe for 3, 2, crow pose. Bring the hands down to the mat. Shift your weight into your hands. Float the feet, maybe left foot, maybe right foot. Option for a headstand if you want to bring the head down. Lift the feet up. Breathe for just 3, 2. Come back through your crow. Lift the head up. Find that chair, heels come down, lift through the chest, sink into your chair, hold, breathe. 3, 2, left foot stays forward, right foot goes back. Back heel rotates down, rise all the way up. Warrior 2, hold and breathe. 3, 2, we're gonna flip that dog. Bring the right hand down, roll the left foot over, take the left hand over the head and reach for 3, 2, EPK, left knee, left arm. We're getting there. Hold for 3, 2, and then take it back and fire hydrant. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your foot, lower your knees, shift your body weight forward, lay down on your belly, and reach your arms away from your body. Just take a second to say yes. Take a second to receive. You made it. You did it. And let your arms just kind of breathe for a second. We'll start with some windshield wipers. Separate your knees wide like the mat. Lift your feet up and let them just move to the left, to the right. For a quick second. We won't be here for very long, but we'll be here for a few seconds. So take some time. We're going to take this to a scorpion stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower the left foot back down to the mat. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder, just like a push up, and then roll the right side of your body up. Your right foot comes down on the other side of the leg, and now we're stretching out this left shoulder. Palm is still down onto the floor. Let's lift through the chest, roll back, sink into it for a second. Press through this hand if you want a little bit more. Roll back towards the hand if you want a little bit less. Feel it where it feels good to you. Find that perfect spot. 3, 2, we're just going to switch the side. So roll the belly all the way back down to the mat. Good. Let the left foot rise up. Switch the hands. Right hand out. Left hand in. Roll the body up and over. Left foot comes down and find that stretch in this right shoulder. Breathe through. Remember, press into the hand for more. Lay back into the hand for a little less. Find the perfect space for you. Good. Come back to the belly. All the way back down. Good. With both hands under the shoulders, come up to a tabletop position. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Your knees about as wide as your hips. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. We're going to take a puppy pose right here. Start to lower the belly down towards the mat. Maybe you want to bring a block in here because this is a little deep. So you can bring a block into here and lower your chest down right here. We're just allowing these shoulders to open through the mat. So come down to the space that works out for you. If not, if you don't want that block, just continue to melt down towards the mat and maybe bring your forehead down towards the mat. If you want a little bit more depth here, look at your fingers, take your chin forward, and then let your chest continue melting down. You're rotating your hips forward so your belly comes towards the thighs, but the hips are still stacked over the knees, and the shoulders just opening, the open upper back. It's getting a nice deep stretch. Breathe for 2 and 1. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Good. We're going to take a quick twist right here. Inhale, let the right hand rise up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach the right hand under the body, out the left side. Bring the right shoulder down. Thread the needle. Left hand can come over the lower back if you like, or it can come over the head extended and just help you twist that left shoulder up. A little higher, right shoulder comes under. A little deeper. Hips are still stacked over the knees, but if you want to let them sink back under you, under your heels a little bit more, that's also cool. Twist the left shoulder up for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to extend back up to the ceiling. So bring the left hand right in front of your face. Rise back up to that tabletop. Inhale. The right hand goes back up to the ceiling through that twist. Exhale. Bring the right hand all the way down. One more time on the other side. Inhale. Left hand rises nice and high. Exhale. Left hand reaches under the body, threading the needle. Left shoulder comes down. Right hand has options. It can stay right here and just press, bringing that right shoulder up. It can go over the head for some extension if you feel like you need that, or over the lower back for a bind if you love that. It's your choice. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, two, and one. Bring the hand back in front of your face. Inhale the left hand all the way back up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it all the way down. One more rabbit's pose. We're going to bring the forehead down to the mat near the knees. Bring the hands behind your back. Roll to the top of your head so your chin comes into your chest, and then pull your hands off your hips, open the shoulders. Breathe here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Bring the hands back to the hips and then the hips back towards the heels. Bring the hands out in front of you. Shift forward to a tabletop. Roll over and lay on your back. We're going to finish up right here. Butterfly pose. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees fall apart. We're just going to rest into this for a few seconds. Allow your hips to rest in. If you want to open your heart, we did a lot of pushing up things today. So we were using that chest. You want to open your heart, pull your chin away from your chest and open your heart. Breathe. If you don't enjoy that, bring it all the way back to the center. If you do, stay there. We're only going to be here for a few more seconds. Nice. Now, this is your butterfly pose. You can keep it as long as you like, but when you're ready, slide into a comfortable savasana. Let your legs go down a little longer. Let your arms go into a more comfortable space. They can be on your belly, out by your sides, or even over your head. If that feels good to you, maybe a little more shoulder opening is what you would like after a class like today. And just take some breaths right here, all the way back to the intentional breaths we had during the sun salutations. Deep inhales through the belly, and then blowing all the way out. And allow all those exhales to help you melt in, get a little deeper. Thank you so much for the moment of silence. Let's begin inviting the energy back into the body. Start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Allow the energy to flow through the feet and the hands, the ankles, the wrists, the calves, the shins, the forearms, the knees and elbows, the biceps and triceps, quads and hamstrings, all the way up to your hips and all the way up to your shoulders. A deep inhale pulls the energy from your hips through your belly and chest over your shoulders. Exhale it back down your spine towards your hips. Allow the energy to rise from your shoulders, up your neck, over your chin and mouth. Unclench and relax your jaw muscles. Let the energy roll over your nose and around your ears, circling your head, over your eyes, your third eye, forehead, and all the way to the very top of your crown. Once the energy reaches the top of your crown, you can roll over to your right, have a moment of fetal pose, reflect, recover, restore, returning yourself back to any intentions you set before class or set new intentions to move forward after class. When you are ready, gently rise up and meet me in a comfortable, seated, easy pose, crisscross applesauce. We're going to take one last wellness check for the body. Lift the shoulders nice and high. Bring the hands to heart center. Take your chin over your right shoulder. Deep inhale through your nose. Loudly out the mouth. Slowly over the left shoulder. Inhale through the nose. Loudly out the mouth. And all the way back to the center. Thank you for sharing your journey with me today. I leave you with light, love, and peace. Namaste. Thank you, Yogi, so much for being here with me today, for practicing with me today, to going through this flow with me today. I really was excited to bring you this arm balance flow. I'm excited to bring a little more of an advanced flow, as these are not something that is often offered for free. So for those of you who appreciate a little more of an advanced flow, I'm glad that you were able to be here, find here, share with your friends, anybody else you know would enjoy the experience, would enjoy learning from the Ocean Wave, or needs a little bit of help from their arm balances, this is a good space for them to be in. Thank you so much. Always remember, I am Champion Yogi everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Reach out to me, message me, go to my website at Squarespace, championyogi at squarespace.com. Book a session with me. Let's do some practice. Let's work on these type of things together. Me and you, online, offline, all the spaces. Come to one of my retreats. Next one is here in Orlando. So feel free to join me at that, or just find them on my website. Find the one that's next whenever you saw this video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.